Hi everyone, I'm Duron Lian, and today I'm going to pursue about why should recreational marijuana use be illegal. So as we all know, should marijuana use be legalized has been talked for a long time, but since the Canada government decided to allow their citizens use marijuana in July 1st of 2018 in the whole country, this topic has been talked again and again. In my opinion, I don't agree with the legalization of recreational marijuana use because I believe that the marijuana use will not only hurt humans' body, but also it will impact the safety of society. The first thing I'm going to talk about is what happens when people use marijuana. So according to the drug facts on National Institute on Drug Abuse website, when a person smokes marijuana, THC quickly passes from the lungs into the bloodstream. The blood carries the chemicals to the brain and other organs throughout the body. So marijuana overactivities parts of the brain that contain the highest number of these receptors. This causes the high that people feel. So the high is the reason why those people want to use marijuana because nowadays people will get lots of pressures or like other kind of things make them unhappy during their lives. So some people want to drink or take cigarette, and this part of them decided to use marijuana. But actually marijuana can hurt people's body very seriously. Also, from the drug facts, marijuana affects brain development when people begin using marijuana as teenagers. The drug may impair thinking, memory, and learning functions and affect how the brain builds connection between the areas necessary for those functions. There are also physical effects such as breathing problem, increasing heart rate, and problems with child development during and after pregnancy. So that is a lot of serious effect to people's body. If someone keep taking marijuana for a long period, there will be lots of disease happens to his body, and his brain could work slower and slower, and it will finally cause kind of death. The second one I'm going to talk about is if the recreational use of marijuana be legal, more and more people will start taking it. According to the survey of 16,000 US adults given by Linda Carroll on Reuters, 15.6% said they had used cannabis in the past year, while 8.7% said they had used the drug in the past 30 days. A greater proportion of people, 20%, reported using marijuana in the past year if they lived in a state where recreational use was legal, as compared to just 20% in states where it was completely illegal. In states where medical marijuana was legal, 14% of those surveyed said they had used in the past year. So that is a really big, really huge numbers of people because to using marijuana for those people living in the states that marijuana is legal. And I also have a personal experience. As international students, most of us were told by the elder students that we should not take the cigarette from a stranger because you are not sure if there is marijuana in it. Also, even I'm studied in the Oklahoma state that using marijuana is illegal, I also have been invited to take marijuana just for fun. Of course, I didn't come to there, but if marijuana use is legal in Oklahoma, I believe maybe I will try it. In the other side, the legalization of marijuana use could cause more children and teen users of marijuana. From the Center of Disease Control and Prevention, each day in the United States, about 2,000 youngs under 18 years of age smoke their first cigarette, and more than 300 youths under 18 years of age become daily cigarette smokers. Just imagine what if those teenagers using marijuana instead of cigarette. The third point I'm going to talk about is the increase of marijuana user could cause an increasing in crime and car accident. So as a quote from marijuana use in associate with intimate partner violence, perpetration among men arrested from domestic violence. Findings demonstrated that marijuana use was positively and significantly associated with psychological, physical, and social IPV perpetration. So, according to that quote, there are many people in a family. I mean, it could be woman or man are getting hurt because of their couple take marijuana. And also the marijuana use could increase the risk of car accidents. According to CNN News on October 18, 2018, the first study, there are two studies about the rate of car accidents. The first one finds that crashes are up as much as 6% in Washington, Oregon, and Colorado, compared with neighboring states that haven't legalized recreational use of weed. And the second study looked at the number of police reported accidents before and after legalization of recreational use of weed. The findings were similar, a 5.2% increase in crash rates after legalization than before weed was legal in the states. I mean, I know there's also medical use of marijuana, but in my opinion, those use should only be allowed with a doctor, but the patient should not be able to buy marijuana is installed at home, and also I think recreational marijuana use should be illegal. In conclusion, as what I talked before, I believe that the policy of legalization of marijuana use should be changed. Thank you.